Alright, it's fight day. Jake Paul, Ben Askren. There's all kinds of fights going on today, and this is the only fight I've been talking about for about a month at work and everywhere else I go. So, I don't know what you guys think, but there's a lot going on in this fight. Number one, Dana White bet $1 million that Ben Askren was going to win. I don't know what you guys think about that, but the Vegas odds don't think that that's going to happen. If anyone knows what Ben can do, it'd be definitely Dana White. Also, Dana White understands boxing really well. He has a huge background in boxing. He's looking to promote boxing fights. So I think we should definitely take into consideration what Dana White thinks, especially if we put $1 million on it. I don't really know that he did, though. I heard them talk about it on social media, but that was one day. I haven't seen anything since. So maybe Dana didn't put his money where his mouth is. That might also say something. Jake Paul and Ben Askren are fighting in 3-minute rounds, and they're fighting 8 rounds at 3 minutes. So it's 24 minutes long, and could be a big test for Jake Paul's conditioning. That's one thing we can say that we know for sure, that Ben Askren can make it through a professional fight without getting tired. We don't really know too much about Jake Paul because we've never seen him get out of the first 2 rounds, really. He just goes out and cracks people. So there's been a ton of training footage throughout the last little lead up to this fight, and Ben Askren hasn't looked too good, and Jake Paul looks pretty good. With that being said, Ben is one of the biggest trolls in mixed martial arts. So, a lot of the footage that's coming out from his camp has been not him at his best. It's definitely him goofing on the whole fight. When you see him warm up and you hit pads at the weigh-ins, pre-fight or the pre-fight open workouts, whatever you want to call it, he looked pretty good. His hands look really crisp. You can tell he's been working on his boxing. He better be, since he's boxing, and his boxing wasn't so good to start with. But I think he's really improved enough to actually hit Jake Paul, maybe. Maybe. We'll see on fight night. Jake Paul did some weird homoerotic stretching out thing, and then he jumped some rope. I don't know what that was. It wasn't too impressive. I'm not up on the internet lingo, but everyone was like, sus. So I thought I'd put that in there because that would make Forrest laugh. He's my YouTube guy. If you don't know him.
Hi, YouTube.
Breaking down the fight. Ben Askren is a veteran, knows how to fight. He's going to understand the distance. He's going to understand how to make it through the first couple of rounds without getting overwhelmed, hopefully, unless he throws out the Masvidal flying knee. And then you have Jake Paul, YouTube star, training in the gym every day, but hasn't really fought too many people. Definitely the better athlete, definitely the bigger man, definitely in better shape. So we have YouTube star versus professional combat athlete that doesn't really know how to strike. Any 2 other fighters in the world, this fight is not exciting at all. Just because of who it is, it's drawn my attention. I can't stop thinking about it for some reason. Whoever put this together did an amazing job selling it, because all I want to do is watch this fight. You got my money. Here it comes. Watching the weigh-ins, you can really see that Ben may have not taken training too seriously. You can see the dad bod going on. He's looking a little rough. Actually, he looks like a normal guy. He doesn't really look rough at all. He just looks like he's been out drinking beers and not really working out much. Jake Paul looks great. He's athletic, muscular, looks ready to go. He's taller, looks like he's got more reach. Should be a very interesting fight. He's very motivated to end this fight. Final thoughts. I'm not Chael Sonnen. I'm not going to say that Ben Askren is just going out there to compete. I'm not going to pick Ben Askren because as a MMA fighter, I want to see him do well in boxing. Not just boxing, but to shut up Jake Paul. But I will say that I do think Ben Askren is a phenomenal professional athlete, and I do think he's going to beat Jake Paul in a boxing match. I do think that this is an indication that Jake Paul's skills are not as refined as he thinks, because I think a very good amateur boxer would definitely beat Ben Askren. I just don't think that Jake Paul is that athlete to be able to do it. But we'll find out tonight. My pick is Ben Askren by decision in the 8th round. Take it to the bank. If you like this video, click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!